Yeah, so I think something exciting this week is obviously just to chat about the studio
Yeah, man.
that's happening.
Down the
Very,
road.
very exciting. Some anticipation,
Yeah.
some maybe anxiety is not the word, but a bit of
Apprehension.
apprehension. That's the word.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Should we tell everyone what the plan is? Because I think we mentioned it. Hey, and some guys like, oh, you're doing what? Wow. What are we doing, Jake?
What are we doing? So we are opening a space on the high street, the booming Penzance High Street.
Mm.
And I mean that seriously. I'm not
Yeah.
saying
It's
that.
just in the paper the other day.
Yeah, I read the article
Yeah.
that you sent, and yeah, I've had my eye on that space for since I moved to Penzance. I always thought, man, that would be the perfect space, and the opportunity came up, and went straight in and seized the moment.
Mm.
We were also looking for a space because working in the co-working space doesn't quite fulfill our needs right now. So we wanted something, and then this also offers the opportunity to create not just an office, but also a space to actually share our practices, like facilitate some cool community events. Like we're pretty open, right? It's going to
Yeah.
be
Most
pretty
definitely.
diverse. A gym, in a sense,
Mm.
yoga studio, and then also we can do anything. We could host coffee events, we could host cold plunge stuff, like
Movie
art events,
nights.
movie nights onto
Yeah.
the wall,
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff.
I
I Yeah, go. Sorry.
Well, no, I think for me the exciting part, I was talking to a friend the other day. Everything's online now, right? Like we work online, our clients are
Yeah.
online, but the really exciting piece, or what I've seen the real engagement, is the community. So as soon as we moved over to WhatsApp a few months back, there's been some beautiful conversation going on in there, and I feel that that's the piece that everybody wants and what is missing. So to create
Hmm.
a physical space, and hey, most of our clients are spread around the world, but y'all are welcome. To come and be around people that are doing living a similar life or striving for similar goals, or just you know being healthy, being vibrant. Um, it's so incredible.
Mm.
It's just there. You know what you're going to get when you come see our place, and we haven't really talked too much about exactly what it is, but we know it's going to be like a flavor of you and a
Yeah.
flavor of me, and then yeah,
I think today, let's talk about this today.
yeah, why
We're
not?
going to do a short one today.
Yeah, cool.
Joe's double book. Cheers, Joe. No, I'm
So
only jesting. So yeah, let's just talk about this because it's super interesting. And
yeah,
I've always felt that I've always had businesses since I left uni. Like I was a lifeguard. That's like been my only job, and I've always been that guy working by himself, like on his laptop, um, connected but very disconnected at the same time. People all around me, speaking to people through the laptop, but never really experiencing that connection. And the community in Penzance is so strong. And just today, went into the cafe that I usually go to. It's only been open like a couple of weeks. The guy just my order for me straight away. He knows my name. He speaks to my kids. Like
mm,
it's just, it's something that I've always felt when I've seen it in other people. Like you go visit your friends and people know them. Like the local baker knows them.
yeah,
Like the
yeah.
guy at the cafe knows them. I've always found that to be I've always been quite envious of that.
Hmm.
And it's strong. That the ability to have that is very strong here, and it's something that is forming. And then to be able to go right, let's plant the flag in it and actually contribute ourselves is
Yeah.
something, business aside, because it's not necessarily going to be like a very lucrative venture. I think anyone that's tried physical and has a successful online business would be like, don't do it,
Mm.
or don't do it if you want to use that as your like sole means of
Income. Yeah.
income. But in terms of what it can do in terms of fulfillment, creating a place that is meaningful to you and that you're looking for, and also providing that for other people, man, I know the fulfillment's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's so beautiful that it's weaved into this because, Jasmine and I, my wife, we nearly opened a cafe community space in Sri Lanka in 2021. Wasn't great timing with the world shutting down, this and that and the other, but we pulled the plug on that. But the aspiration has always been to have a physical space. because as you said, man, it's not necessarily going to make us £1 million. However, it creates a place to meet, and it's building something for my kids and your kids. Like I sent you that photo of Apollo outside, like waiting for a gym. There'll be times when our kids will just be hanging on the monkey bars.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah.
And other kids, and a mum will come in and be like, "Oh, can my kid?" And we might, I don't know, maybe there's a class we could do. But it's just going to roll, and it will develop as our children grow, as well as our business grow and what our business needs. And then someone will offer us something we haven't even thought about. I want to do a wrestling class. Oh, all right. But to have somewhere we can explore ideas instead of having to like, it's just a place to explore. It's a space that I also know what's missing in this town. And that new spot, hey, shout out Ren and Raven, they open at 8 a.m. Smart. No one's opening till 8:39. What? Who's up? Come on. We're dads. We're up. We're up at 5. I'm like, who's open? So simple. Open an hour earlier.
And I've been getting there at 8 most mornings in the week, and it's been pumping.
Right.
Like, it's full.
So there's a story in Cornwall I noticed when I came down that, we're slower here and people don't need it so much. We're not rushing around. We get up later. We don't need to open on a Sunday. And part of me is like, cool, I love this. It is definitely slower here. And it's kind of nice to not have everything open all the time. Equally, some convenience is really nice. So to be able to and I'm not saying we're going to be open on Sunday at 8 a.m., but maybe we will.
6 a.m.
So we're only open 6 till 8, then it's nap time. Man, just like providing something for this community that isn't just the same. And in this 1 year I've been here, it's a few new things have happened, but it's kind of the same. I also have this thing about, I love that. Is it James from the cafe, Ren and Raven?
James.
That he remembers you and speaks to you. How many places do I frequent? And I've been coming in for a year, 3 times a week. And they're like, hey. Some of them are now like, oh, how's the kids?
Yeah.
That's like, come on, man, basic like customer service. So I just feel, and we're not opening a cafe either. We might have a coffee bar and we might be, maybe we'll be a cafe. I'm just like, I think when I start something, coming to the point of this, when I start something or I'm involved in something, I'm taking everything I've learned from business, whether it was my production company, a surf retreat, and then as a customer and going, what do I want that isn't here? Yes, we've got our office, separate thing, but this other space, what's it going to be? It's going to be different, and it's going to fill the gaps that don't exist. Like the why, right?
Yeah.
Why are we doing it?
It's the why is a very interesting one, because I think there's obviously, if we're talking about sort of life fulfillment, there's obviously like happiness in the career, the thing that you do, like, well, maybe we call it career. There's wealth, which I don't mean like abundance of wealth, abundance, whatever that means to you, what it allows you to do. Does it allow you to feel free, like calm, like happy, whatever? Obviously, like your relationships, whether that's social or love, and then you're with your kids as well. Health and fitness. If you're rating that one low, drop us a message. And then I do feel there's this, I guess it's community, right? It's social. It's part of human nature to be in a group, and we've lost so much of that in modern communities.
Yeah.
We mentioned it before, but how most people don't know their neighbours.
Yeah.
Let alone,
right,
people further down the street or the people in the town.
Right.
And there's a massive, I feel like there's a big movement here of like strong bonds, and people are really psyched and motivated to be involved with community and just say hi, just acknowledge each other and support each other in a way.
Well, man. And like, think about Walking Dads Club. When we started, there was sort of 5 or 6 of us. And almost immediately, the amount of messages we'd get from, I don't know, different groups or the arts, the gallery, and come join us here, or I love what you're doing, and I've shared it with my mum's group. Like, people want to see you succeed here if you're doing something that's, that's good. And that's amazing. And it doesn't of course, there's always like competition. But I mean, when I was a member of that CrossFit gym, there was another CrossFit gym in Hale. They do like joint workouts.
Yeah.
Then we're like, don't join Hale, join Pedzat. It's like,
Well, at the end of the day, when it's in a community environment, there is obviously a bit of competition, and I'm sure it's pretty cutthroat on like some high street in London.
Yeah.
But here, the more successful a business does, the more successful the adjacent business does, because it's drawing people into the place, and it's a reason to come and actually spend money here and spend time here and just be present here.
Well, I think, yeah, but that, like, if you look at Jew Street a year ago, and you've been here a lot longer than me, and ask your wife what she thinks of Jew Street, but it was sitting half empty. And like, I guess most high streets, Jew Street's the main street in town here, not where we're opening studio. Like most high streets, they're half empty of their charity shops. And that's, online, and everyone's shopping and da-da-da-da-da-da. But it's still, people go to town. Still, there's this feeling of like, I want to pop into town, even if you're not, or even if you're just walking through. I want to feel alive. I want to feel like a buzz when I wander through a town. And Ghost Town is like kind of weird and eerie. And a lot of towns are, and I think this town was becoming that.
Yeah, I think.
And so, like, there's a timing piece of us coming in at its right time. But to feed onto that community thing, like, it's sort of like putting our flag in the sand and going, here's the thing, we're not a coffee shop, we're not a cafe, we're not a bakery, we're not a gym, but it's gonna, I hope, attract. This is how cool communities start. This is how other things, someone's going to open something, God knows what, across the road. It's like, oh, these guys are doing something.
Yeah.
It may inspire people who wanted to do something, or maybe someone who's in another town who wants to bring their thing.
That's an interesting perspective, that almost the domino effect.
Yeah.
Would I have taken that opportunity if I hadn't seen Ren and Raven pop up, like Seven Stones, Loaf on the high street, like all these people that are not just going, like, let's let the high street die, or let's just do a normal chain, and actually I'm going to do something that personally feels important to me and like it's super fulfilling for me.
Yeah, man.
That's then an incentive to go
Well,
on.
look, when we were having that chat the other day and you had a bit of a wobble about it, like a small one, and then you spoke to the dude who opened the new cafe, and you were like, oh yeah. And there's this thing like, he's in it too. And that's really beautiful. And I'm sure as when we open and we start to meet all the other random people on this high street and hearing their stories and, contributing and making it. Because we're not just going to sit and go, yeah, morning, yes, shut the door and do our thing. We're what we are. And I was suddenly like, shit, we're going to have some rules, because people will wander in and we'll end up doing no work.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this one.
Office.
The A board.
Yeah.
Office in progress.
yeah, quiet.
And then class in progress on the other side.
Something. Leave us alone. But that's, yeah, man. And again, it like long term, we're not doing this, for the summer. Like we've got a 5-year lease or something. Our kids are going to be 10 and 12 and 13 and 14. Like I want them to be in a place that there's other things happening, because it will. Like let's think of an example, like the North Lanes in Brighton. Have you been down there?
No.
So North Lanes is kind of like the independent bit of Brighton. It's about 5-6 lanes that wheedle around. They banned any chains. You can't get a Costa or start. There is one Costa at one end of the lane, but everything else is independent fashion and retail and tattoo shop. They're all independent, and it's this amazing buzz. And that's part. And then the other part of Brighton is the huge shopping centre with the bars on the front. Some people go for that, but Brighton's famous for its quirky weirdness, because one guy opened and his mate opened a vintage shop opposite. Then someone's like, we need to have some food. I'll open a baguette shop. Hell's Kitchen was there for 23 years before he sold it. That's incredible.
Oh, really?
So, but it just like rolls. And you look at this high street, there's only chain on there is Subway.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot as well.
Right. So there's this movement, going back to what we were talking about, the online and community again. People want to come and be with other people. People want to like touch a thing. Like, yeah, I can go on ASOS and get 4 shirts, try them all, and send 3 back. I quite liked it, and I got used to being convenient with that. Let's try it on, stand in the mirror and go, what do you think? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've
been feeling something similar. We've just moved house last week, so
yeah, man.
There's been a few just generic, boring items that we've been purchasing, and because I've been spending so much time like on Amazon finding those items. I almost had just a bit of a burnout from it last night, and I thought, man, I just want to see these things. Like, I'm fed up of trying to figure this out by all these specs, basically, and technical
What you need.
information.
You want to how does the barbecue lid feel? Is
Yeah.
it big enough to have the whole family's meat
It was
on it?
frustrating, and
Yeah.
it just burns you out. And I agree. Sometimes that putting the physical roots down in a digital world is it's going to be epic.
Do you know what's funny though, everyone else that's listening? Jake and I, when we met, the first idea you came to me about was we should open like a climbing gym, co-working cafe for families. And I was like, fuck yeah. And we started we had a few little chats about it, didn't we? And I think we did like a couple brain dumps on a spreadsheet. And then it was like, no, it's massive, big investment. And so what we've done is it's still an investment, but it's way smaller than that. We're going to get a warehouse, and we need to build a climbing wall, and
Someone's actually doing that as well.
Really?
Well, they're doing the climbing wall.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure they'll have a cafe.
But we're not climbers, right? We weren't supposed to start climbing, you know? Where are we? We're workout people, we're community builders, and we need an office. We can do this. I know how to make a coffee. We'll get Josh in. Shout out Josh from Yala. Come help us, buddy. You know, do start small. Again, hey, the principles of our fitness thing. Do something. And we talked about it. We could have the something was a small office in this place, in this co-working, and then we were like, oh, how's that when we? And it wasn't meant to be. There was some frustration. There's another lesson here about. I certainly was super frustrated and still a bit bitter that they said no to us. It wasn't meant to be. You looked at that for 5 years, and that's the fucking unit we're getting. Sorry for my swears. That's incredible. So, like, the lesson I'm taking from all this is like trust. Trust that I've arrived in Penzance and you needed to grow the business. Trust that we wanted a space. We got rejected from here. We're in a little bit like, what are we going to do? Should we work in the house? How are we going to do this? Oh,
opportunity.
An opportunity that's not prohibitively expensive, that's bang on where we want it to be. This is the test, man. And I see it in terms of opportunity. I know this to be true from friends who've had different, mainly coffee businesses actually. Once you're in a place, people will see you. You know how hard it is to be seen online.
Mm-hmm.
You work your balls off to get to a place where you've got to. The Vibrant People is now, we've got our followers, and it's going. Me, starting out my online journey, it's a slog. How many other fitness coaches are there on Instagram?
Millions.
How many beautiful custom gym, cafe, community spaces are there in Penzance? None.
How many in the country? Less than 50, maybe?
Yeah, I don't even know, yeah. So that's the thing. That's epic, man. If you
Do you
want
reckon
to...
there's any gyms in the UK that have surfboards on the wall?
Yeah, probably. And metal shutters, probably.
Not that makes it worth going to.
No.
We promise it'll be more than that.
Yeah, there'll be more than just a pretty surfboard. But there'll be...
there will be, though.
Yeah, there are definitely some. I've got a few. I should bring them back. Lost my train of thought. But yeah, man, I think it's the place. It's be different, be brave, because it is scary. We're talking about it today. We're like, The great thing is we need the office anyway. It happens that the studio is going to be a nice little thing that we can play with and make some extra income from.
Yeah.
So being seen, that's where I was like, being seen there, people will start to talk about it. You're going to get people from all over Cornwall coming to use our little cool space because it doesn't exist.
100%, man.
That's kind of cool.
And that shout out to anyone listening. Obviously, it's early days for this podcast, but if there is anyone in West Cornwall or beyond, I'm saying West Cornwall just because of the travel, we are looking for facilitators of all kinds, whether you're a yoga teacher, calisthenics, mobility, movement, breath work, meditation.
If you're
whatever it is, like
artist,
bring it to the table.
Photographer, you want to, put some stuff on the walls. Yeah, I mean, and again, man, collaboration. That's the piece, right? We're going to need someone to support us getting our coffee system up and running.
Yeah.
We're going to need people to teach yoga. My wife's going to teach some pregnancy yoga. Amazing. They're serving a piece of the community that you and I can't.
Yeah. 100%.
Let's get people to teach. I don't know.
We're in my head, we're looking for people that want a residency in a beautiful space
Yeah. And to build something.
and to build something together.
Because it will be so at first. We're new. You know, our mates will come to the class. It's that thing. Hey, if you believe in it, and it's not just for the money, it's going to work out because we believe in it. We know we're not going. You just bought a house here. I'm in the process of, right. We're not going anywhere. We have 2 young kids. This is long term. Taking it, using that to our fitness and nutrition.
Well, it's a beautiful tie, isn't it?
It's not
exactly the
now.
same.
It's not like a fad for the summer to get 6-pack abs, bro. We're
You got to
getting older. What do you do
persist
about it?
and trust the process, stick to the. I think these numbers are going to be completely wrong, but there's something about people say, oh, there's too many podcasts out there, like it's saturated. And if you look at how many podcasts, like there's millions and millions, but there's only something like 0.0001% only have over 100 episodes. And it's,
Consistency.
imagine if you only just worked out for 100 days and then stopped. Like it's not even
What percentage of your life is
crumb,
that?
a crumb of what it takes to actually get something successful.
Yeah.
And that would be true of this,
Yeah.
of the studio. It would
Yeah.
be true of like your health and fitness journey.
You know,
You need to keep going.
and you know, thinking about that podcast stack, because I love that, and that applies to any new business. Right? Oh, don't start a mobile phone company, Apple, whatever, big example. But you know, the universe changes every day. Like the world, the economy, everything is shifting every single day. And I'm not just talking about business economy. I'm talking about like energy and the world and what's going on. So what we need and want is just constantly shifting. And so, I mean, think how long it takes someone to sign up to our program. They didn't really need it at the beginning, or think they did. They say, oh, that's cool. It takes a while to like, oh, actually, this is really speaking to me. There's a million other coaches I could have followed, and maybe I do.
Mm-hmm.
But what you said, Jake, landed with somebody. Us having there, somebody's like, I already go to CrossFit. Thanks, see you later. Or I don't, you know, I'm doing yoga up at the hippie fields in North Cornwall. Yeah, amazing, cool. But they're going to see it, and we're going to still be there next summer, and we'll still be, and they'll be like, I'm going to try that thing. What's this breathwork every Monday? Oh, it's just weird.
I think that's
it's weird.
one of the things.
I'm going to go.
One of the things that's epic about this space for us as well is that our primary motive is we need an office.
Yeah.
We want somewhere to do the podcast.
Yeah.
So we can really go with the flow on this and test stuff and experiment and be adventurous without it feeling risky, because it doesn't need to survive as a business in order to actually.
The business is paying for it already. Yeah. I mean, you know, as we grow. Yeah, and isn't that cool?
Well, it just gives you some breathing room, doesn't it? Because you're not when I've spoken to a few guys, like Joe kindly put me in touch with, is it Mark, your brother-in-law?
Mark Leib, Sacred Design.
Shout out.
Yeah.
And then also a couple of my mates who have been consulting on some of the interior work. And first question everyone asks is like, when do we need to get this done? Like, when do we need to open? And I'm like, whenever. It doesn't matter. There's not, it's not like we need to get the keys, do the work, get that money in to pay for it. Like, that's a really amazing place to be in, because we've got that luxury of taking our time, being adventurous, testing different things.
There's a piece there, isn't there, Jake? Because I know that we're not going to just sit in our butts and go, yeah, this is it.
100%.
But it's
Action will happen.
It's the same with like fitness, right? Well, I'm going to start doing a couple.
But this is
right. It's like,
if we want to tie it to fitness, because that's what we're about.
Seems to be. Yeah.
Urgency can be a deadly thing.
Yeah.
If you want it to happen fast, whether it's the result fast, whether it's a lot of intensity, for whatever reason, the chances are it's going to crash and burn,
right?
Because the approach you take won't be how you want it to be. You know, if it's a quick fix, it's not going to last. So with this, it's the same. When there's an urgency, you're probably going to spend more. You're probably not going to do it how you want.
Mm-hmm.
And it might not work out how you want.
Well, then you're like chasing, and desperate. And that energy isn't going to serve anything ever. I onboarded a client the other day. Incredible dude. youngish, like 32, 31. He quit booze and got in shape 3 years ago, 2 years ago. 3 years ago. He's got to a really good spot. He's got his abs. It took him 3 years of sorting his diet out, the movement, changing up his sleep patterns, getting rid of social, all of his habits. He took 3 years.
So he's just stacking them one at a time.
Yeah, and now he's like, oh, I look, and now I'm like, he wants to bulk up. But so many of our, it's not true actually, because you do a great job at filtering. A lot of clients, like a month in, they're like, oh, I need my abs popping. Why is it with blokes and abs? Well, that's another podcast. And you're like, bro, you were doing nothing a month ago, or you were doing a run and a half workout. So it's just a reminder, hey, there's no quick fix. There is, it's not going to last. So opening a business, opening a shop or a unit or a gym, what do they say? Isn't it like the first, you'll be lucky if you make a profit in 3 years if you open a shop or a physical space?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or any business.
I've heard most businesses fail within the first year.
And
99% of businesses fail in the first year.
Right.
And then 99 of that 1% fail within the next 3 years or something.
Okay, and I think, so we're
Let's
sort of
go.
making up stats. Here's another one. I think it's something like, 99% won't make a profit in 3 years.
Yeah.
So you're failing in the first year because I didn't make my 100 grand. Well, maybe year 4, you'll make 10.
Yeah.
By year 10, you're making $1 million if you can stick it out, right? If you adapt. Like we might open there and go, nobody wants to work out in Penzance. All right. We got a co-working space. Come on down, everyone. And we've got a podcast studio and we've opened a bungee jumping training course. I don't know. But, adapt. Like like, hey man, the ownership piece to me. So I had that festival the other weekend, late nights, exhausted, then had friends staying. And I was like doing the bare minimum of workouts. I was doing the mobility and I was doing my push-ups, my squats and some kind of crunches in the shower before the shower. Minimal maintenance. And I was in that loop. Oh, I'm too tired, I can't do it. So I just went in my app, I dropped it to 1 set, did 1 set everything. Next day, 2 sets. Now I'm back to 3. I did something, I adapted it and go, well, I just didn't feel like doing 3. Hey, everyone, and we talked to clients about this, got a couple guys now, one guy's traveling, dropped them down to 3 exercises, 1 set, 3 times a week. Do that first. Then we'll talk about set 2. Then we'll have the 4th. Because we go in and we're like, bang, there's your 3 supersets. That's a lot. And we want you to do it. And we know that we'll have some results. Opening a shop, rushing it through, getting it open in a month, having a full gym program, building a website, ba-da-da-da-da. It might work. If we really go balls deep, we'll lose focus on looking after our clients, right? You've talked about this. So what are you going to drop? How about just go slowly? And have Jess's yoga, a breathwork, and a Kali class. No one comes? All right. I'll be there. We'll work out together.
Yeah. Well, that's...
And then someone will see us and be like, can I come? Yep, come on.
Yeah. I guess there's like a 10% man cave opportunity here as well.
Yeah.
Maybe man cave is the wrong term. I don't really like that term. But
human cave.
Yeah, it's building what I would want for
Where
my
do you
own
want to
life.
hang out?
Yeah, where do I want to hang out?
I've got this vision, man, of Baz is over from Holland and he's talking about it. And I've been to these places. A simple wooden bench outside. That's it. And he was talking about this spot that opened in his neighborhood and it had a long bench. There's a small cafe with like 2 tables and a long bench outside. So you're going to get like 5 or 6 people on it. But because that got filled quickly, everyone wanted to be behind the bench. Suddenly there's like 20 people hanging around the bench. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
We've got our tunes pumping in there that we like. It's not something that has to be cool. It's like, it might be metal or what was on your playlist the other day? Not Frozen. Who did you have on there?
No, Frozen was on there.
Frozen was
We're
there,
not going to play Frozen.
We're not going to play Frozen. But you know what I mean? It might be, Iron Maiden. And then but it's real and it's what we want to do. It's our playground.
Yeah,
and that's going to resonate with some people and it's not with others.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
And I think that's the beauty of this. It's creating something that you want to see in the world. And to me, why do a lot of people that join our program like dislike the gym environment? Why do lots of people that even go to the gym dislike the gym environment? Right? There's all sorts of reasons.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of reasons.
Yeah.
It's
a good topic.
The atmosphere. It's the physical environment. It's sometimes gyms are just a bit naff, aren't they? like leisure
They
centre
have like
ones.
radio playing
Yeah.
and
It's the
TVs
people
everywhere.
that it attracts.
Yeah.
There's lots of different reasons.
Mm.
On the flip side, you've got maybe like the yoga studio, which can be more refined, also can be
also be
naff in its own
intimidating.
way, can
Yeah.
be intimidating, might be just in a town hall or a community space.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a different story, but to me, I want to bring together like all the best parts of those things. The best parts of a gym, the best parts of a yoga studio, the best parts of an outdoor gym that's not even run by anyone,
Yeah.
the best parts of a cafe. And I think the main thing that to me is that it's inviting, it's warm,
Yeah.
it's accessible, and that there's everyone is welcome. Like that's the feeling that you want to get. And
It's a really interesting balance, though, man, because we are where we are. And this town, for those of you who don't know, has, like all towns, a kind of seedy sounds a bit like, but there's a drug scene here.
yeah,
There's a lot of heroin scene. Now, if we're saying we're accessible to everyone, we got to check ourselves. Because I had this idea of like a community class.
well, accessible to
Yeah.
everyone that wants to.
Yeah. So this
Participate.
is what it is, right? We create a visual feel and emotional, physical feeling of that space. It's going to attract the people that we want to attract.
Yeah.
Right. It's really interesting. So I was talking to my friend who set up a cafe up in one of the estates here in Penzance, and
Whereabouts is that?
Trelia, up in what's that the big estate out there? Yeah, this is Princess May playing ground.
I know how you mean. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a deprived estate, one of the poorest I think in England, I believe, that estate. Anyway, it's a beautiful community center, and they set up a cafe in there. The menu is the same as what you'd see at Zenner and Wild or Loaf, lattes, raspberry chocolate cake, all the nice things. The people that go into Australia will not go in these cafes. There's like handwritten signs and like arty prints. It's the same thing inside. It's how we present it, right?
Mm.
And so that's just interesting. And likewise, other people going in Zen and Wild are going to go into the community cafe in the estate. Even though they can eat the same thing, it's probably a bit cheaper. Eat the same thing. It's like, I want to be around my tribe, back to community. I want to be around people like me. And is that good? Yeah. Or is it anything? Is it good about? No, it's just what it is. And how do we grow? So I'll talk about this with my wife a lot. She runs the women's circles. If we're like this in our dad's club, we're all kind of the same, sort of middle-class guys, around between 30 and 40. We're kind of the same. There's not many people that are below or above us, if that makes sense.
Do you think that's true?
There's a bit of variety.
I think there's
more so
variety.
now.
I also
More so
think
now.
that you don't always know either as well.
True.
Especially down here, I think there's a bit of like an understated wealth thing.
Yes.
You know, the guy that he owns like the $2 million house in St. Ives, but he drives like
Yeah.
a Nissan
An old
Note.
Volvo or something. Yeah.
So you never know. You never know.
That's true. I guess my point is, it's easy to swim in the same pool and be like, it's like
Yeah.
echo chambers.
Confirmation bias.
Confirmation bias, and politics happen. How did this guy win? Well, I've only been listening to the people that like me. So anyway, it's a slight piece, but that's an interesting thing. I remember I had this thought about our place of having a free gym morning. Great if some dude comes down from the estate and the rich guy from St. Ives flies over in his helicopter. Let's do that. That's amazing. So yeah, I don't know if that is a vision, but creating a space for everyone doesn't always work
No.
because you end up
I guess, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is everyone is welcome if they want to step over the boundary, but I'm not responsible to someone to actually go, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Right? Like that, the line of responsibility is at the door.
Yeah.
Anyone can come in and anyone's welcome to participate in what we're doing here,
Yes.
but you are the one that has to feel,
That's
take
funny.
the first step.
It's funny you say that, and I love that you said that because I was at a festival the day running a men's circle, and I was outside, and I was sort of, hey, we're starting in 10 minutes, guys, come on in, trying to call people in. And this guy was like, what's going on in here? I was like, oh, we're having a men's circle. What's that? He's like, sell it to me. And I was like, no. It starts in 5 minutes.
I don't have time for this.
No, but I was also like, yeah, I'm not like I told you what it is. I told you we were going to have a talk and share and this. Why should I do it? All right, bro, it's not for you.
Did he come in?
No,
Did he not?
no, and I'm glad because like it wouldn't. The guys, the 10 or 11 guys that are in there were like, I don't know what this is. Feel called, I'm in.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what that will be. It might be intimidating for you to walk past because it's going to look very different to the high street. We look a little bit different to some of the things going on the high street. It might feel intimidating. Other people will just be like a flight of shit with it.
Yeah.
But the woman or the man that's like, what's in here? Yeah, come on in. But you, like you say, you step over.
Yeah.
Step in the door, come and ask.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I think, yeah, there's so many. It's so exciting what we could do in there and what it could become. I was even thinking down here having like a surf orientated training. So it's like mobility and strength for surf
Yeah. Yeah.
would be really cool.
Yeah. I don't know what, like, I don't know if that exists really. I'm sure some other
There's
surf
a,
schools
there's a
do it
really great guy on Instagram that specializes in,
from Cornwall.
no, he's not in Cornwall, he's in California somewhere.
Right, yeah.
He's just obviously found that as his niche. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think there's just so many cool things to do and
There is.
I love just doing it.
Well,
I
there
love
you
teaching
go.
it.
And just being able to go, should we try this on Friday? Yeah. Oh, we have to rent somewhere, they're not available. We have to bring in our, it's just, hey. So as you said, hey, you're out there and maybe you're not even in Cornwall, but you're traveling through and you've got an idea for a workshop or a talk or an exhibition, give us a shout. Like, if it fits the vibe,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's not just, we do want residencies for
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
but we also want to do one-offs. Like if you're, like you say, traveling through and you're pretty well known and people will come and you feel like you can get that, like give us a shout and
We could do a gig in there, like a small gig.
with the flat above.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to make
There
friends
has
with
been
them.
talk about soundproofing this ceiling,
All right.
but I don't know.
That's
Yeah, I
extra.
think late license would be tough.
Right, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. Maybe an acoustic gig.
But what I'd love to do is have initially like 2 slots in the morning,
Yeah.
2 slots in the like early evening,
Yeah.
maybe something in the day.
Yeah.
So do kind of like 5 to 6 a day.
Mm-hmm.
If that, maybe I'm being romantic with it, but I think
we
that's
can
possible.
try, right?
And getting those residencies for those slots, having those regulars for people that want to do it,
Mm.
and then just kind of like building from there, really.
Well, you know what's cool? Just to tell the story. So when we moved down here, my wife wanted to teach pregnancy yoga, but there was already a woman teaching pregnancy yoga, Leaf. God bless you, Leaf. And Jess was like, okay, well, small town, not really that. Goes to the class. After a few months, Leaf's retiring from pregnancy yoga. She gives the business to Jessamine. Incredible. The point of the story is Leaf was teaching for 20 years. So the babies, the mamas that she was teaching, were 20-something years, were teaching 20 years ago. Those young people, she's watched them grow up. And now, and they were, I mean, not quite yet, but they would eventually be coming to her class, her kids coming to her class.
Yeah, that's
So like the space that we're creating, right? Our kids, Axel's 5, he's the oldest of our little kids. He's only 5. If we move out at the end of our lease, he's 10. That's amazing. He's like growing up in a space, in a community. He's going to meet other boys and girls in there and other mums and dads. Like, again, it's coming back to a physical thing. He's gonna, maybe when he's 15, he wants to do work experience and he starts running the reception for us. You know what I mean? Avila's running a child dance class in there. That's what I want, man. I want that for my kids. I want them to have opportunities and yeah. My double booking's coming up. How do we round off our studio chat?
I think it's, if you do want to be part of this and it sounds interesting, just give me a shout.
Also, if you've done this before, if
Yeah.
you've opened a studio or something like this, or you've run retail, love to hear from you. Any tips?
Yeah.
Right?
tips,
Any
top
things to
tip.
avoid? Yeah, top 3. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, beautiful
Some
guys.
sort of mentor. All right. Have a beautiful day, everyone.